is Santos for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff to throw on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
That's Washington, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. This one complete to Washington. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Quick throw, taken in. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Throwing, Goff. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
Isn't it just so nice when you have a guy like this, when you're deep in the red zone and you need to finish with 6? Not only does the defense have to account for him on the ground in a more traditional fashion, but when you have this many ways to get him involved in the passing game, it is just so hard to stop.
The PAT, up and good. And the Lions will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense.
Wow, that's crazy.
This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Operating from the side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, it's Goff. It's to the end zone, but they can't get it. It's incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. A second down throw for Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you want to win in this league and have it defense, how you perform on third down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those third down sacks to keeping touchdowns. Settle for field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The open receiver is Dotson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on first and 10. Williams in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is caught downfield by Odunze. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Williams in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. A first down there on a pickup of 17. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. They'll run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Chicago. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Next to score, Bears 21, Lions 17.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Here's Rome Odunze, the 1st-round pick, along with the Bears offense getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On the toss, they'll run. The ball's out. The Lions have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And we talk about the points of pressure, and the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. The Lions called their first timeout. On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Goff to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He was defended by Stevenson.
To throw is Goff. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On first down, it's Goff. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Goff to throw. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And he will score. On the run. Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Williams to the air once more. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal. That's Washington, the man in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That is caught side of the end zone. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Lions.
Nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Has an opening past the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, you always talk about it. Take care of the ball. And in this one, this team just has not. First and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Williams in motion. Back to throw. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. A gain there of 11. Good for a Bears first down. They send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Throwing on second down, Williams. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. We'll drop this underneath to White. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big, explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
The Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Next, the score, Lions 31, Bears 28.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one complete to Washington. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Goff. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 81.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
2nd and a yard. To throw is Williams. Thrown left side, the catch is made. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Rome Odunze, touchdown Chicago. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows, but when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, pays off for a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Goff. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Throwing, Goff. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The Bears offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive begins with a run by White. Finding room at the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll motion a tight end right. On 2nd down, it's Williams. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. On 1st down, it's White. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Williams. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down. And for a gain of 7. Sending a receiver right. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Williams to throw on second down. Quick throw taken in. The Bears are going to be set up. First and goal. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. Thank God.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Oh, yeah. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second, and now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's the Lions punt team now. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Williams in motion. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, it is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Bears send out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now, a big 3rd down. Now, problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. What a mistake, Greg. That's the worst place on the field for that to happen. The fumble back in your own danger zone turns it into a disaster zone as the defense gets 6 points.
Yeah, and anytime you attempt to pass out of your own end zone, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but what a great...
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay that he'll stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call. And so that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's White. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. On 1st down, it's Goff. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans, black.